We have not seen a market like this, a market crash like this since 2021, I believe. Everyone is panicking. But remember, we have seen crashes like this for a long time. We have seen this many times. And there is always a sort of people that come on top when things goes better, when we see institution backing, when we see retail investors buying in again, when we see the sentiment changes to from we are dying, we are crashing down to the moon and back. So we have seen this a million times. We have played this game at this point at 145 times. This is the best time. This is where money is made. And that's why I actually have made a lot of really big buys today. And I gotta tell you, do not panic seeing 97,000 Bitcoin. Still a pretty good price. Guys, remember, we have seen Bitcoin prices and drops for the longest since 2009. Do you think this is a crash? Would you call this a crash? I'm surprised of how people say Bitcoin is crashing after a 5% drop from 110,000 to 97,000. Like, come on, are we being realistic here? That's what they want you guys to believe. That's what the retailers, what institutions, and of course, big KOLs and influencers want you guys to believe. They want you guys to sell because they actually buy after you sell, because that's how you make money. And that's why I actually bought 5 new coins today, which I'm going to be showing you guys in a little bit. But I mean, I'm just accumulating because, as mentioned, I have played this game many times. Now, this market crash, this is not a crash. Crash was what happened with Libra, of course, with the president of Argentina, and he is facing a lot of difficulties right now after his move, because that's wild. We are not going to be getting into memes, anything like that right now. We are not about that. We are about strong projects, long-term investment, and of course, projects that are going to make us money, because that's what we're here for. We are not here to lose money. Of course, as long as you don't sell, you don't lose. So that's how it works in crypto. And to be honest, 99% of the crypto coins these days, they are pretty much just memes, because they're just community-driven projects. There is not that many projects that are actually changing anything in the real world. That's the reality, and we gotta face it. Apart from the top 20 on CoinMarketCap, something like that, which are actually doing something that is actually helping out in the world, you know. But this crypto crash, this is nonsense. This is a baby crash. Bitcoin is still at 97,000. Ethereum, you actually go to the all-time high price. Come on. This is still in pretty good ranges. As mentioned, of course, it's not the near $5,000 all-time high. It's not the near the $1,000 lows that we did back in 2022, but it's still a pretty good range. And of course, all those who bought in these lower lows right here, they are in profit. All those who bought at all-time high, they're losing money. That's why I have telling you guys a million times, do not buy all-time highs, because that's the way that you actually lose money. That's the fastest way to burn your finances. That's the fastest way to burn your accounts. Do not buy all-time high, because later you're gonna have to hold it for the long term. But as mentioned, ETF, everyone's saying that the Ethereum ETF is not doing that great. Yes, because of course Bitcoin ETF go all the funds. We understand it, but it's gonna be coming eventually. Of course, ETFs are gonna pretty important. We have Trump, and of course his pro-crypto stance. Bitcoin is everywhere. Crypto is going to be used worldwide for regular things that we do on a daily basis. All that is coming, and the question is, how much is going to Bitcoin be worth once we actually use it for our daily needs? Of course, it's going to be $500,000 and $1 million per Bitcoin. There is no question about it. Remember, 21 million, and that's it. So the crypto crash, let's not call it a crypto crash. It's pretty much a meme coin crash. The altcoins, of course, are not doing that great, but that doesn't mean that crypto is doing worse. BNB is doing amazingly well. Look at the levels that we are trading, $600. Of course, we have others that have been a little bit more like on the up downside, let's put it like this. Of course, crashing, but look at the bigger token. We did a massive pump, but of course, centralized exchanges tokens, we are not going to be covering that. But there is one that I actually do really want to buy, which I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. But really nice. Especially, I had a video already about IP and I didn't post it, and the price went all the way up to 3.28 cents. I should have shared that video 2 days ago when I was planning to do it, but I got busy with something else. I didn't release it. But the thing is, don't let the noise out there take you out of the idea that we are not in a crash. And of course, high highs are gonna be coming soon. Because reality, this is pretty much regular stuff. Meme coins are dropping, of course. Everyone is tired. Everyone is tired of getting burned all the time, but still the volume is there. The reason why altcoins and Bitcoin is not doing higher highs that we used to see before, for example, the reason why Bitcoin is not at $150,000 to $200,000 per Bitcoin is because more money is going into the memes, so the funds are not that centralized in a in the lower sort of spectrum of altcoins that we used to have before. Before we used to have Pound and Fund and Solana that we just has the altcoin, and we have multiple strong projects, and of course we still had scams, but you get my point. We still have the regular sort of good projects coming to the market that still we can like trade them and actually feel good about holding them. But today we have thousands of coins on a daily basis going into the market that are meme coins that are just extracting wealth, and there is just a certain amount of people actually generating money with these altcoins. And that money, of course, is not being centralized into the altcoins, is not being going into the altcoins that we used to trade and we are used to trade and love, because everyone is looking for the fast, quick cash. And reality is that most people lose money. Most traders, meme coin traders, lose money. But that's the main reason why we are not seeing massive inflows of cash into the altcoins. That's the reason why we are not seeing Bitcoin doing amazingly well, even though it's still in a really good level. It's because most of the money, most of the funds, due to marketing expectations, fake screenshots all the time, millionaires, like fake millionaires every single day. There is people making a living, pretty much snipers that are making the most money on Solana nowadays. But that money, if those funds, billions of dollars every day going into memes, were going into the altcoins, will be on a whole different story. It will be a whole different story. But sadly, that's not the case. But anyways, people are getting burned. People are getting tired, and I'm thinking that eventually we're gonna get to this mentality, of this mature mentality, where we are gonna be wanting to have a safe investment. And of course, the top coins are gonna be the ones that are gonna be the decision for pretty much everyone, the pick for pretty much the majority of the users. That doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to stop, but everyone is losing money. So when is it going to stop? Now, let me go with the picks. Now, Athena, I traded Athena before many times, and we are in such a low right now at 40 cents. We were trading at $1.3, $1.2, 120 a few months ago. So, this is really good entry already. Athena usually had these lows and highs, and I really like to trade this wave. The last time was at 17 cents. Right now we are at 40 cents. So this is a pretty good entry for Athena. This is where you make money, because remember, we gotta buy at the lows. If we buy at 40 cents, the price goes to 80 cents, you are already at 100% gains. If the price goes from 40 cents to 150, you are already at 2x, at 3x already. And if your expectation is 10x, you're gonna have to hold for a longer period of time. But this is where money is gonna be made. This is where whales, traditional investment funds, hedge funds, and all that invest, because of course, this is where they're going to be getting their earnings. Now we have Ondo. Ondo is doing really good. This is one that is on RWA, of course, specter of projects, and this is going to do well later this year. But right now, if you guys actually look at it, it's doing quite well. And this is a pretty good entry with an all-time high of $2 and with some lows at around 59 cents to 60 cents. This is pretty good. I would say it's still a little bit on the high side for my taste. I like to see really lows, so I'm gonna be buying in. But this is one that has never had a massive crash. It is really stable, and we actually don't have even a Binance listing. I don't exactly sure why Binance does not list Ondo, but getting some exposure to this coin and waiting and eventually getting that Binance listing, which we know that works pretty well for projects that are already trading on the market, this could be a deal, and this is gonna be a game changer for Ondo. So I really like this one. It's not that low, so it's a little bit like riskier on the holding side. It could take longer to generate some profits if we don't get to the right levels. But I mean, I do really like Ondo, and it's actually on my portfolio from today. Sui, I was waiting for this. Sui has been doing highs for, I don't even know, September. You guys can see from it was September all the way up to January, like 4 or 5 months doing only all-time highs after all-time highs. It was insane. I was finally waiting for the dip. It traded at around $5.50 at an all-time high, and now we are at $3. This is a good entry already for Sui. Sui is a blockchain that has a lot of exposure, that actually have builders, that their native currency, the Sui coin, is actually doing quite well. It's being used, and it's being used for gas fees and a bunch of other stuff. This one should do well, and so as I say, I actually got some. I was waiting for the $2 mark, but looks like it's actually gonna take a while to get there. But if it gets there, I'm just gonna be buying more. But this one is a pretty good entry for Sui. If you actually were looking to buy Sui, but you just saw it breaking all-time highs after all-time highs back in, I don't even know, 2024 in September, this is your time. This is the best time to actually get Sui. Now, Gala is a risky play. Gamified protocols usually do well at the end of the bull run, but I mean, what can I say? I actually do gotta get some exposure. This is 97% down from all-time high. Keep that in mind. The all-time high was 83 cents. We are trading at 2 cents. So think about that for a second. This massive spike that happened back in 2021, I saw this. I made videos about this. I traded this, and of course I got out at this level right here, but eventually it has to go up. Gaming is always going to be there. Gaming is always going to be an important part of blockchain, of course, because gaming has so many users, and Gala is one of the leaders on the gaming space. So if you have some funds that you want to allocate to this for the long term, if we only see some positive news, some bullish news, and the gaming sector is starting to pump again, this is gonna rip eyes, because remember, from 2 cents to 4 cents, that's already 1x. So this has 20 to 50x potential if you buy at these levels. From the coins that I already talked about, attaining, Ondo, Sui, this is the one that has the most potential to do excess. I'm not talking about fast or when it's gonna do it. I believe the other ones are a little bit safer, stronger, and they actually can generate yields faster. But this one, for the long term, if you can hold it and if you can wait for that pump, if you actually have a second pump similar to this one, it's gonna rip faces and it's gonna make you guys so much money. So this is a pretty good pick. And of course, Quant is at a pretty good level as well. It's similar to Gala, but this is not a gamified product, of course. It's on the Ethereum ecosystem, but massive all-time high, and right now we are really low. And we are 76% down from all-time high of $428. Just keep that in mind as well. There is a lot of chances, a lot of like room to make money here. So and the levels are pretty good, and looks like it cannot go any lower than this unless it goes to $60 or $50. But that would be the lowest that we can actually see it. But I mean, look at the all-time high, look at the levels that we are right now. This is generational wealth right here. Gala is generational wealth as long as you can hold. Sui is gonna rip faces once we get some bullish trend and once the market gets on a little bit of a better position. Attaining is gonna do really well because historically it has done really well, and we are due to the next pump. You actually see it, saw it right here initially at the TGE event. Massive pump, massive drop, pump, drop, and we're gonna get to the next pump soon because it's all about when the fear is over, everyone is gonna buy in, and then we're gonna be reaping those rewards. But really good to see that. And you know, don't think that this is a massive crash. This is a really regular sort of downtrend for the crypto market. We have seen worse. We have seen the 2021 drop, the 2015 drop. I mean, we have seen so many drops. So don't think that this is the end of the world. This is really regular stuff. And actually, I will be personally myself waiting for lower lows to actually to buy. I'm not buying any Bitcoin right now or Ethereum, but those that I show you should do really well, for the reason that they are low, the all-time high is pretty high, and their categories actually should do well this year. So those are my picks, and those are the ones that I'm actually buying, that I bought, and I'm actually going to be holding for this run. And let's see how it goes. I mean, we can get burned, but I don't think so. It's actually pretty low possibilities that anything wrong is going to happen with the coins. But pretty excited for what's to come. Remember, follow me on X. I'm actually going to be sharing information about it, about these moves there. Join the Telegram group. There's going to be a link down below for the Ninjas community. And just go ahead and research and get these coins, because they should give you some good gains in the upcoming month once we actually start seeing them like recover, and of course the sentiment gets better. This one should do really well. And please do not panic. This is not a massive pump. This is not a massive dump. This is just regular like weak drop, because the sentiment is not there, and because everything that we have seen with the news in the last few days. So this is really normal. Anyway, stay safe, stay crypto, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.